All right, welcome to our weekly update. Come on inside, we'll show you what we've done the past week since our last video. So you notice we came through the front door this time because we can. If you look down, we have new flooring. So first of all, I just want to say all of this work that we've been doing, I keep saying we, but I'd say the large majority of it has been Pop's, my father-in-law Ken. So we did all the cement, we got the cement work in, laid the cement footings, then he built all the joists and laid this floor. And now you can see that it's more obvious as to why we did it. Come back, if you look at this corner back here, can you see that corner, how high up the drywall is from that corner? And then come to the opposite corner of the room, and you can see that it's a good 5 inches or so higher. And so that's how unlevel the floor was. You walk in here and then you're coming down here, and but to their credit, the people who built it, they did so, when we pulled all this up, all the joists were just sitting on rocks and pieces of wood to kind of level it out. So they did a good job for what they did, but yeah, we needed it a little more level. Let's show off some things we did in the kitchen. We went to Lowe's and we bought these bottom cabinets. We're going to put the oven in between. I've got a couple of upper cabinets actually ordered at Home Depot because they didn't have the sizes I needed at Lowe's. And here we got 3 more lower cabinets. Sorry, this mic is in my way. So we got 3 more lower cabinets. This one's actually for garbage cans. Pull out cabinet for the garbage, and then 2 other lower. And we'll have a little freezer here, which our freezer is not going to fit. It's a little too tall, so we're going to have to find something else for that. So we'll have a freezer for sale soon. These are all the cabinet doors that Nolan has sanded so far. He's been a busy bee going on all the sanding. Let's see, over here we've been working on stripping a lot of the stain from the windows. You can kind of see how much lighter that is over here.
You can't really see.
You can't see? Too close to the window? Well, we can show it over here on this door. So we have these dark wood framing around the doors. This one has actually been stripped, so you can see the lighter color. I think we're just going to go for that more natural look on the frames and the window frames. So this is a big deal. We have new tile. So this room, we have this little platform built for the washer and dryer, and we have tile. We have this hexagon tile in the shower and floor tile. We moved the toilet down here. This drywall is up for privacy because now that's our only working toilet, and I'll show you why as we go upstairs. So as you see, this flooring just continues straight down the hallway, all nice and level. And oh, while we're here, I will tell a story. Saturday we were working and someone came outside and they were out talking to Murphy. It was actually the ancestor, relative of the people who built this. I think he said the people who built it was his second great grandparents. And he actually lived here as a child. And when he lived here, they didn't have any indoor plumbing originally. They just used the outhouse in the back. And they said the reason, the stairway, I think I mentioned this in previous video, the stairway used to come up this other way. He said the reason that they changed the stairway was because, this was just a wall. There was no door here. But they put a toilet here, and I don't know how that worked. I would think the stairway could have been the other way, but this was the plumbing for an indoor toilet, and he was so excited to have an indoor toilet. I would be too. In this room was actually their kitchen. So I assume there's more plumbing under here, But yeah, that was kind of interesting. I would have never have guessed this was the kitchen area. I kind of wondered where they would have had their kitchen. I guess I would have assumed the other room, but there was no plumbing and those boards had never been up. So it makes more sense now that it was here. And both this room and that room, I showed the door on the other side. That's where it was when he lived here, and his parents were in this room. So let's come upstairs and I'll just tell you a little more of the stuff that he told me about his room. So yeah, I invited him in and he came up here and walked through here and got a little nostalgic. So this was his bedroom, and he said his father cut this little vent in the floor so that the heat could rise from the kitchen and kind of keep them a little warmer. He said his mom would just cover them in so many quilts and blankets in the winters and they couldn't move. They'd just lay there. But the fireplaces, he said, would just kind of draw out the heat. They didn't really heat up the room very well. But the funny story he told was this window here. There was no deck here. He said he would open these windows and pee out. And one day his mom was out sitting, drinking coffee with a friend or something, and he didn't know it, and he peed out the window, and his mom came up and set him straight. So that was kind of a funny story of someone who lived here many years ago. But yeah, then he told us about the family who bought it and kind of redid the whole upstairs and added the addition. Spent a lot of money fixing it up and renovating, but here is the tile in the small boys' bathroom. And we got the tile in the shower and the floor, your toilet drain. So I think this looks great. Again, kudos to my father-in-law Ken, who came up here and spent all this time on his knees. And then we got the tile here in the master bathroom. This was a pain in the butt to do. So many little pieces of tile. And the shower's done in there. So then in here we just put some subflooring down to kind of cover the old wood, and that looks a lot better there. So that's about it for this week's update. Unless you can think of anything else, Griffey. Nothing? Okay. Yeah, so, well, that's the update, and hope you join us again for the next one.